Drew McIntyre threatens Karrion Kross ahead of WWE Clash at the Castle. Vince McMahon sent a personal message to Roman Reigns after WWE retirement. Roman Reigns opens up about new WWE management possibly jeopardizing his top spot in the company. WWE legend opens up on Triple H's vision for the company. Drew McIntyre teases a major return for his match against Roman Reigns at WWE Clash at the Castle. Brock Lesnar and WWE personality spotted at Vince McMahon's 77th birthday party. Let's jump right into our first story. WWE legend opens up on Triple H's vision for the company. Former WWE star Al Snow believes Triple H is the right man to lead WWE in the absence of Vince McMahon. Hunter took the reins of creative after Mr. McMahon announced his retirement. Under his supervision, the company has put more focus on in-ring action and storyline. Both Raw and SmackDown also saw the returns and debuts of several NXT stars to the main roster, including Karrion Kross, Scarlett, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Dexter Lumis, and Johnny Gargano. Al Snow and OVW star Michelle Green joined Raju Dasgupta of Sportskeeda Wrestling in an exclusive interview this week. The WWE veteran felt that WWE was in capable hands with Triple H taking charge of the creative team. He pointed out that had a great mindset for the business and would look to take the company to newer heights. Here's what the veteran had to say. "I think Paul is very much an astute student of the wrestling business. He really applies himself and is devoted and is very passionate about wanting to see WWE continue to succeed and to grow and not just survive, but thrive." Fans seem to be taking Triple H's work as head of creative very well, as both Raw and SmackDown have steadily managed to garner north of 2 million viewers in the last few weeks. Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics reported that Raw was averaging 2 million viewers for August 2022, which is the highest monthly average since March 2020. SmackDown also managed an overnight rating of 2.618 million viewers tuning in for its 1,200th episode last week. Thurston also mentioned that there have been as many as 10 minutes 15 additional minutes of wrestling per hour of programming compared to the months when Vince was in charge. Do you think WWE is changing for the better under the game? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Drew McIntyre threatens Karrion Kross ahead of WWE Clash at the Castle. Drew McIntyre has commented on how he's planning to deal with Karrion Kross going into his match against Roman Reigns at WWE Clash at the Castle. The former NXT champion, along with his partner Scarlett, made a surprise return on SmackDown several weeks ago. He attacked the Scottish Warrior during his confrontation with the Tribal Chief. Following this, he set his sights on the undisputed WWE Universal Champion by placing his signature hourglass in the ring to show that the clock is ticking. During an appearance on Al Brunch to WWE, Drew McIntyre stated that he is currently busy and his focus is on Roman Reigns. He'll deal with Karrion Kross after he's done with the head of the table. First of all, I'd like to get Clash at the Castle out the way since it's the biggest match of my entire career. But he's not letting up. He's leaving little symbols around to remind me he's lurking in the shadows outside the attack from behind, and the hourglass that he left in my locker room in Canada last week. I understand he's coming to take what he believes is his, but he's gotta understand, I'm freaking busy, said McIntyre. McIntyre said after fighting for the title, he will kick off Karrion's face. I've gotta go fight for the title, it's against Roman Reigns. So he can take a step back. Once I finish with Roman, then I'll kick his face off, then I'll break his little sandslap. The Scottish Warrior is one of the biggest stars in the pro wrestling world and a multi-time world champion. He has collided with many renowned stars such as The Undertaker, Goldberg, and Kurt Angle. At WrestleMania 36, Drew McIntyre defeated Brock Lesnar to capture the WWE Championship for the first time in his career. He has all the credentials, and he undoubtedly deserves another world title run. McIntyre has the credibility to dethrone the Tribal Chief and take the titles, and the United Kingdom is the perfect place for him to do so. Will Drew McIntyre dethrone Roman Reigns? Sound off in the comments below. Drew McIntyre teases a major return for his match against Roman Reigns at WWE Clash at the Castle. Drew McIntyre could be planning a big surprise during his entrance for the WWE Universe at Clash at the Castle. The Scottish Warrior is scheduled to face Roman Reigns at the event for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. The bout will take place in the United Kingdom, where Drew is from, giving him the home ground advantage. Since this will be the first major premium live event to take place in the UK in the last 30 years, McIntyre is determined to make it memorable. During a recent appearance on Al Brunch to WWE, Drew McIntyre teased that he could be bringing back his old theme song Broken Dreams at WWE Clash at the Castle when he takes on Roman Reigns. That was my song when I was the chosen one. People are talking about it for some reason a lot recently. It sold many songs as Cena online, I believe. It's very popular, people talk about it to this day, and occasionally I talk about it, and I talk about the possibility of having it for a big match, so fingers crossed. You never know what might happen, but Drew McIntyre is always working to try and make things happen, said McIntyre. It's been a while since the Scottish Warrior's sword Angela was seen on WWE TV. McIntyre used to carry it with him during his entrance on SmackDown, but the sword has not been seen over the past few weeks. When a fan asked what happened to Angela, Drew said, "She's always there, close by. Recently, I wanted to show Roman and show everybody I have the sword, Angela, by my side for a number of reasons. It's a tribute to my mother, an equalizer in a lot of cases. But also I wanted to remind everybody just how capable and dangerous I am without a sword. And just by myself with my bare hands, I've beaten Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania in 5 minutes. I am a weapon without carrying around a weapon. She'll still be there for my entrances for sure." Roman Reigns has been world champion for over 700 days, and he's defeated everyone who challenged. At Clash at the Castle, Drew McIntyre could shock the whole world by pinning the head of the table to capture the title. Should Drew McIntyre bring back his Broken Dreams theme song? Sound off in the comments below. Brock Lesnar and WWE personality spotted at Vince McMahon's 77th birthday party. A picture of Brock Lesnar and Pat McAfee has been making the rounds, having a good time at Vince McMahon's 77th birthday party. The Beast Incarnate has loosened up a lot in WWE ever since he adopted his cowboy persona. He looked to be having fun with the character during his previous run in the company. The 3-time Universal Champion was spotted at the Waverly Inn restaurant in New York City, joined by SmackDown commentator Pat McAfee, John Cena, and his wife Shea Shariatzadeh. TMZ Sports also reported that Vince McMahon brought along an unidentified woman alongside him to his 77th birthday celebration party. McMahon and Lesnar are reported to be quite close friends, with reports in July indicating that the Beast Incarnate temporarily walked out of SmackDown following the former CEO's retirement announcement. Brock Lesnar clashed with Roman Reigns at SummerSlam 2022 in a fast-paced last-standing match. Following his loss at the hands of Reigns and the rest of the Bloodline, it's unclear if Cowboy Brock will return to action anytime soon in a WWE ring. Tommy Dreamer has certified himself as a hardcore legend in the wrestling business. Although the ECW legend wasn't as successful in WWE, he had a massive hand in developing talent. Dreamer was part of WWE from 2001 to 2010 and was one of the first to face Lesnar in the ring. The two stars had a brutal Singapore cane match back in 2002 where Lesnar utterly destroyed the hardcore legend on Raw. The ECW veteran spoke about the vicious encounter against the 7-time WWE champion over on the Busted Open podcast. He recalled backstage producers instructing him not to try and pick him up throughout the entire match ever because they were looking to push him to be a top star in the company. "I will never forget, I had a match with Brock Lesnar. I had a lot of matches with Brock Lesnar, the finish. He misses his big frigging 450 thing, feeds up, I go for the Death Valley. I got him set, lands on his feet, picks me up, F5. They loved the match, and they were like, you can't pick him up and do that move. And I was like, what are you talking about? And this was early me coming to WWE. And they were like, well, you can't do it. Whom would you like to see Brock Lesnar face next if he returns to WWE? Sound off below. Vince McMahon sent a personal message to Roman Reigns after WWE retirement. Roman Reigns opens up about new WWE management possibly jeopardizing his top spot in the company. Roman Reigns recently sat down for an interview with Sports Illustrated and gave his thoughts on a wide range of topics. This comes on the heels of his much-anticipated championship match against Drew McIntyre at WWE Clash at the Castle. The Roman Reigns Sports Illustrated interaction saw the former answer questions about his personal and professional life and comment on WWE's new era. He also talked about his role in the said new era and why he has been working a lighter schedule as of late. The Tribal Chief also addressed Vince McMahon's retirement and talked about Triple H taking over the reins from him. On that note, we look at 5 things we learned from Roman Reigns' interview. Vince McMahon stepped down from his position as CEO a couple of weeks ago, formally announcing his retirement from WWE. The news surprised everyone in the wrestling community, including Roman Reigns. Reigns said he found it unbelievable that McMahon wasn't running the show anymore. He revealed that his former boss sent him a text and chatted with him for a bit in the wake of his retirement. You know, it's just hard to believe that Vince McMahon retired, because I think along with anyone who has followed this business or been in this business that just Vince is going to be running this. I thought we'll see him in 6 months or something like that, I think was kind of the mindset that I initially took and then I think we received. You know, the talent relations text message and then obviously a personal message from him and we talked a little bit and yeah. The head of the table shares a great relationship with McMahon, with the latter instrumental in making him a megastar today. The latter will no doubt be watching the undisputed WWE Universal Champion at home. Roman Reigns also commented on Triple H's rise to head of creative. He hailed his WrestleMania 32 opponent and gave him props for running the show extremely well. I think he's done excellent. He's like a professional wrestling babyface right now, you know what I mean. He's like a babyface for the industry right now and there's like this honeymoon situation going. Just dealing, wrapping your brain around that and then being the guy to be next, you know what I mean. I thought following Cena was tough enough. Imagine following Vince McMahon. So I think he's done great, I really do. It will be interesting to see how Triple H books Reigns in the future. His first test under the Game's watch will be at Clash at the Castle, where he will face Drew McIntyre in a hotly anticipated match. Roman Reigns was advertised for the 2022 Money in the Bank Premium Live event. However, he was pulled from it following the event's shift from the Allegiant Stadium to the MGM Grand Garden Arena. He explained how WWE dealt with it and what his reaction to the postponement was. Well, the strategy for the first few months after Mania 38 was to be on Money in the Bank, but once the show was changed and it was moved away from the Allegiant Stadium into the arena, we re-strategized and we just kind of stayed on the path of hitting these huge ones going into the winter. So, once Money in the Bank was moved, I was pulled from that and we knew we were going to hit SummerSlam and then also Cardiff. As he predicted, Reigns appeared at SummerSlam 2022 and is set to appear at Clash at the Castle. A man of his word, then. Roman Reigns has been working a lighter schedule since signing a new WWE contract. He explained how he had been running a hectic and full-time schedule for years. The new contract now ensures he can fulfill his duties in the ring and commit to his family and other ventures. So the main thing is, no, we're not going to be on every single pay-per-view, but anything that I am on, which of course will be all the major ones and then a couple of the other ones. You know, that kind of fall in between the Big Four and the Saudis. I'll always support those with TVs to build the story and the rivalry going forward. I guess it's a part-time compared to what I usually run, but I'm an annual character on WWE television, Reigns said. Given how much work and dedication Roman Reigns has put in over the years, he deserves his new contract and the perks that come with it. If that means he continues to be a mainstay of the product and consistently produces great performances, no one will be complaining.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take